Good morning, everybody. This is David, and thanks for checking out the channel again. Today we're trying to make way on this trailer. This is an Ameratrail trailer that was built for a 38 Donzi, and believe it or not, as ragged as this thing looks, we've had to do a lot of work to it. It's not that old of a trailer. It's literally a 2012 model trailer, but this is what happens when you park them down in Florida and leave them to waste. I've had to replace all three axles with brand new torsion axles. Unfortunately, the axles that were available are a 20-degree down angle, which raised the entire trailer up about 5 inches. So I put 17.5-inch wheels instead of the 16-inch wheels. The 16-inch wheels had a 235/85 tire on it. So we put the 17.5-inch wheels and tires on it. Went with the Goodyear G114s. This gave me a higher load rating on the tires, better fuel mileage, better tire life, a lot more strength in the sidewall, less flex and less movement of the trailer on the highway. These beams, or bunks I should say, were on top of the beams, and you can see in the period of quite a few years sitting out in Florida that the beams have corroded. So we're going to acid wash these with hydrofluoric acid. That'll get all the scaling off, and then use a high pressure water to blast that. So what we're doing is, these were the struts that held those on top of the beams. As we got some brackets that our friends down at Real X Trailer sent us up yesterday, and we're going to be putting these brackets on. We invert the bracket on the inside and drop the beam. This is now drop the boat on the trailer about 6 inches. So our overall height will be under the required 13.6, which it certainly was not. This has got a cutout for a sling, so that goes through here. So we'll get these bunks mounted up, then readjust all the center bunks on the keel and on the boat for the steps, and we'll get some lighting fixtures on here that are a little bit better lighting, and I'll touch base a little bit more with that, and we'll get going. So give me some feedback. What are your thoughts on these trailers? What mods do you like on your trailers? I'll tell you something about this one. This one had a brake right brake connector, and we got rid of that. We changed out the coupler. That's the buyer's coupler. It's a much better coupler. We got to change out this winch. It's bent, and that's a really shitty winch for a trailer. It's just a junky shit winch. There's no other words around it. I don't know if we'll have time to even change out this box here. This is cheesy shit. This is how the customer bought the boat and the trailer, and this is literally what it's got to hold the electric over hydraulic actuators down inside this thing. I should just cut this damn thing, right, instead of farting with it. But it's got the Hydrostar. That's the best electric over hydraulic brake actuator made. It's a complete kit. But we'll get this thing done today, or within the next day, and make sure that it's ready to go. That's the 24 Skater. That's the next project, or one of the next projects. I've got a Chaparral with twin blueprint engines, 383s with Holley standalone fuel management, and that's the Sea Ray 290 Sunsport SLX. It's getting the twin L87 direct ejected all aluminum engines in it. Those will have 450 horsepower apiece, and they weigh 400 pounds less than the 220 horsepower engines that are coming out of it. But we're gonna get this trailer knocked out. Let me walk outside and I'll show you the boat. So now we're outside the front shop, and here's the Donzi. It's a 38 ZSF, one of my favorite boats in the whole world. and we got it up on the stands. We've had to wash down the pollen. It's got triple 350 Verados on it. We just had a whole bunch of upholstery redone, redid the bimini for the back. You can see the pollen is crazy right now in South Carolina. We got pine trees everywhere. So what we did is, believe it or not, that's almost how high it was on the trailer. That's as high as we had to raise it to get it off the trailer as the trailer was before. So you can imagine that height is a little bit different than what's legal. And the problem that we had was those are 12-foot doors to the shop. Wish I had a 14-foot door, but for this boat, because it's so tall, it wouldn't have fit through a 14-foot door. So this is my Harbor Freight gantry crane. Yes, it is rated for 1 ton, but we went with a H-beam on top that's 12 feet across. Actually, it's a 13-foot span, so it gives me 12 feet of movement between the boats, so we can get around a trailer and lift it off. So what we did is we dipped the trailer down in the front, which raised the rear, then jacked the trailer up, and then lifted the boat, and then we're supporting it with the stands. But we'll follow up with the video a little bit later. Check back if you got any comments about this. This is a phenomenal boat. It really is. It goes about 65 miles an hour, fully loaded with 6 or 7 people on board. It holds 420 gallons of fuel, so it's a great boat for running down to the Keys. We took it from Miami all the way to Key West and back. It's got brand new Raymarine screens, open array radar, autopilot, and we're getting ready to do a generator test to put a generator in it. Hold on, I'll show you that. So this is the Kohler 5EKB, I believe it is, generator. It's a fully electronic, self-starting. As it can hook up to your CAN bus systems for your displays. You can remote trigger this, which the new remote switch. This will go on the dash. There's also a remote panel inside the vessel. We're going to run it again and got it hooked up to the water box right there, to the little muffler. This boat actually already had a generator, but it was removed by the previous owner. So in a minute I'm going to hook up battery cables. This is a water pressure inlet regulator. This will go on the transom of the boat, and we'll get all this stuff done. If you got any questions about generators, boats, marine, trailers, leave them in the comments. Tell me what you think. Sure, it'd be a great day to be out flying. Sure would. Anyway, have a blessed day.